Hi guys, welcome back. It is another playthrough of The Lost Crown. Excuse me whilst I fight with my cat. Frickin'. What is it? Like, go to touch my phone, he goes to nip at me. He's bad. So, yeah, last time we played, we got to, I forget her name, but her house is creepy. So, we got to her house, or like help her make a stew or something else like that. Figure out what steps I have to take to get to that point.
Good afternoon. About these ingredients.
I'll prepare the birds and bacon while you shop in the hedgerows and woodlands.
Can I ask something else?
Of course, there's no rush.
Is that horrible letter meant
Oh
for you?
yeah.
Oh, don't. That's his affections up.
Robert?
Oh, where am my husband Rob?
Why is that?
He's convinced.
And are you?
Oh goodness, I'll get no job via his.
I'll have a look around, if you don't mind.
We'd already asked her all these questions and stuff like that. Like, just remembered. There's nothing in the shop I can do, if I remember correctly. Pardon me.
A pink flower. I can't identify.
Huh, but you're gonna pick it anyways?
Fresh chives. Picked from the lane. I already have this.
I already have this.
A yellowish flower. Maybe a dandelion. A springtime flower. Maybe a daisy.
Set.
I already have this.
We'll see if that's all I needed.
Can I ask something else?
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
I'll have a look around, if you don't mind.
Huh.
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
I might kill us though because I don't know exactly what I'm adding. Chives. Did I read this before? Well, I'm gonna read it now. Of all the seasonal recipes prepared and cooked for by our Anglo-Saxon forefathers, it is the winter varieties that proved to be most important. Unlike modern times, winter was not the end of the year. Oh yeah, I have read this. Okay.
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
Shut your face! Don't describe.
Oh no, that's not quite right.
Okay, cool.
Oh, stop, that's poisonous. Oh no, that's not quite right. Oh, stop, that's poisonous.
What am I supposed to do with them then?
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
Oh. Okay. Figured it out, I did.
If you have any ingredients, Nigel.
Shut your face.
Chives. Freshly trimmed.
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
Double checking. Double chicken. Double clucking. Rah.
Maybe it's paint or oil.
Fresh chives, picked from the lane. Ferns, I think, or bracken. That's not right.
If you have...
She got the pigeons and the bacon.
If you...
I have already added this ingredient.
Oh, stop. That's poisonous.
Can I ask something else?
If you have any ingredients, Nigel, do add them to the pot.
About these ingredients.
I'll prepare the birds and bacon while you shop in the hedgerows and woodlands.
Where will I find the cobnuts?
Cobnuts or hazelnuts, as you might know them, grow in the small thickets of the wood just down the lane.
Where will I find the wood mushrooms?
The answer's in the name, but I will add that you'll want to find a shady patch, perhaps near the old monument.
Does the garlic grow in your garden?
No, wrong season, I'm afraid. You'll have to find some wild garlic near the stream. It likes the damp. But avoid the train line.
I thought the trains weren't running.
Oh, don't worry yourself, just stay away from the train tracks.
Can I ask something else?
Huh.
Of course, there's no rush.
So I gotta go in the woods. Cool.
I'll have a look around, if you don't mind.
I feel like a scapegoat. She doesn't want to go in the woods, so she's sending me. Sorry about that. Left, yesterday my husband left some of the garden stuff outside that we'd borrowed from a family member, and I needed to make sure that it still wasn't outside because it's currently raining. Fudge. It's like the worst wearing glasses. Like if I thought I was eligible for LASIK, I'd probably get it. But I don't think I am. I don't think they do it for astigmatisms or anything like that. That's better. Alright, so off to the woods we go.
Sap is dripping from the branches, like the trees are bleeding.
Well, that's just not morbid. I found some mushrooms and I hit the wrong button because I'm dumb.
Woodland mushrooms.
Okay, garlic and hazelnuts.
I have no idea where this leads. If it leads.
That's not what it. Stupid dumb control. Bah.
I already have this. Wild garlic from the stream. I already have this. last winter's cobnuts, picked from the tree.
Uh-huh. That's all I needed, right? 'Cause I already have the chives.
If you have any wild garlic, perfectly chopped. Ah, wood mushrooms, chopped to perfection. Ah, the cob nuts, crushed perfectly.
Is that all? Is the broth ready to stew?
Almost. We need one final ingredient, something rather special.
Aha, tell me more.
We need some hedgerow balm. It's a natural sedative. It will flavour the broth as well as provide a little stress relief. For that husband of mine, he won't notice a thing.
What does balm look like?
There's a painting in the bedroom. Take a good look.
So we're drugging your husband. Good to know. The man of leaf, twig, and stone found. Okay, so it's like Old English.
Robert Karswell. Catherine Karswell. The pattern has been bleached by the summer sun. An unloved antique. An unloved antique. This must be the soothing balm. I think I saw some. Yes, in the hedge. The flowers are dry, old, and brittle.
No, that's not what I meant to do. Abort mission.
That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
Pretty sure
If you have any ingredient.
that's what I.
Oh, stop. That.
Is that what I grabbed?
This must be the soothing balm. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right.
If you... There, it's ready to stew. It will need a good 2 hours in this stove. You look exhausted. Put your feet up by the hearth, and I'll put the kettle on.
Oh, took me the time.
Having eaten, Robert Karswell may be more accommodating.
She's sleeping. Dude should have been an investigative reporter. Huh. I found another stone this morning in the deeper corner of the Korean wood. It was a wonderful atmosphere. Mayday approaches, so all the wood was of bud, sap, and leaf. Once again, the circular stone features a geometric pattern that must be of some significance. Yet I am none the wiser yet. If Catherine can leave me to my work, I may be able to crack this enigma. I will sharpen the chisel.
Is it blood? No, more like fruit stains. Yes, autumnal berries. Is it blood? No.
I found some sturdy looking poles at the end of the lane. They no doubt belonged to the Scarecrow farmer, so I do not feel guilty when I stole them for myself. They fit most snugly into the holes. The 4 large stone columns dominate the upper area of the Korean wood. Their purpose is a mystery to me, for they have no apparent function. We have nicknamed them the millstones, as they appear to be able to turn on the spot. The round slabs beneath each monolith are very much like the rounded stones you would find in a mill, but are decorated with archaic sculpture. Interesting geology is never hard to find in this region of Anglia. The nearby forest, known locally as the Korean Woods, has roots burrowing deep into the natural earthen mound. This huge hill is broken by stony outcrops and architectural debris. I imagine many men have lived and died near the hill, leaving clues to who they were and what they were doing. I have found some evidence of both metal and stone ages. Iron deposits as well as bronze, tin, and copper have been found in the stones taken from the summit. Close to this point, I found what can only be described as ancient stone monoliths. They are most intriguing. Who built them? I should travel to the Museum of Saxton to learn as much recorded history as possible. In buying this old heap of bricks, we could never have known we were settling in such an exciting region. The summit affords the most breathtaking views. Perhaps that is the true reason for the stone monoliths exist. Could they have the aesthetic value or religious significance?
I am sorry for disturbing your work earlier today.
No, it is I who should apologize. I get carried away, you see.
I'd like to discuss something with you.
Very well, there's no time like the present.
Catherine is a wonderful cook and great company.
Aye, she's a pretty young thing, and sharp as a blackthorn. I don't know what I'd do without her.
She seems devoted.
Aye, but that old scarecrow up the lane has his eye on her.
The farmer? I don't think you have any worries, Mr. Karswell. Was the broth to your satisfaction?
Wonderful, as always. Oh yes. It amazes me what Catherine can conjure from the weeds that grow around this old farm.
Old farm? Ah, maybe you can help me. Do you know anything about the previous owners? The Agers.
Ager? No, can't say that I do. We nabbed this place at auction back in the 60s.
The 60s? But you were only... Never mind. Do go on.
Well, the place was done for. Burnt out. Falling down. Cost us, well, Catherine's folks, a pretty penny to make it livable again.
Did you find anything valuable when you first arrived?
Valuable? Well, no. There were a few sheep camped out in the park.
No hidden passages? Compartments? Treasures?
Ha, you've been reading too much Enid Blyton.
Is there anything significant about the house?
Well, they say that the house is one of the last of Northfield.
Northfield?
Aye, the old village name. The rest is gone now, but the church remains.
The church? What church?
Aye, it's up through the woods, somewhere.
You're not a churchy person?
Not really. Not really the happy clappy type.
Let's talk about something else.
Very well.
Was the broth to your satisfaction?
Wonderful, as always. Oh yes. It amazes me what Catherine can conjure from the weeds that grow around this old farm.
Old farm? Ah. Let's talk about some...
Very well.
What are you up to? It looks like archaeology.
Close. It's actually geology. Well, that's what I tell myself.
Are you stuck with something?
Ah, you could say that. I found this slab near the old millstones. I've been carrying wood.
Millstones? Carrion wood?
Aye, the wood's down the lane. At the summit there's a series of, well, I don't rightly know what they are. We call them millstones, seen as they turn and all.
One of the stones has been destroyed.
Aye, that'd be me, I'm afraid. Got a little carried away with my geology. Chipping away, the whole blasted thing collapsed.
Where did you find the round slabs?
scattered all over carrying wood. Some were under the soil, others were exposed, like they were waiting to be found.
The woods have a strange atmosphere, don't you think?
Aye, they do. I don't mind admitting that there's corners to that wood that give me the shivers.
Ghosts, perhaps.
Oh, listen to us, spooking ourselves.
What are these round slabs for?
That's what I'm trying to work out. They have a pattern on them, a symbol,
Do you think it's significant?
a story perhaps, or direction. I found them near the millstones.
So you think there's a connection?
Aye, I do. You should read my notes if you haven't already.
Let's talk about something else.
There's a book
Very well.
that could help you guys.
Have you lived here long?
Getting on for a few years now. Why do you ask?
Let's talk about something else.
Very well.
Have you lived here?
Getting on for a few. Why do you ask?
Let's talk about...
Very well.
Alright, yeah, I've asked him
I'll leave you...
Pop back.
everything. Now, does that mean I can get up that hill then?
I have no idea where this leads.
He just told you it goes
If
to the
it leads
church.
anywhere at all.
God. You are the worst, sir. I almost wish that like it allowed you to look at a map and to kind of just jump between places and stuff like that, because it gets a little tedious having such a huge map that goes between like 10-15 frames to get someplace. Like it's fine if like you're just finding it or whatever, but it should, like for like that old Ager house in Northfield and for Saxton, for you to be able to just hop between the two. I wonder if I can get to
Nothing ventured.
get into the museum now.
The tracks, the fence. Perhaps this Ager character lived along the train line. A possible lead.
That wasn't what I meant to do.
The tracks. Perhaps
Does that mean I have to... go back, son of a bitch. Oh, I miss something. Fuck. I don't know why I'm so tired. It's probably because it's freaking raining. Alright, so let's go see if I missed anything, because it keeps on telling me to go back. Oh, I did miss stuff.
I'll make a note.
Okay. Yeah, I've already read all these. What's a freak? Okay. So that's the first stone.
That's not right. That must be the tower of Northville Church.
Huh.
Now I know where to find it.
He just told you the church was near his house. What is that? Like, you didn't take his word for it? Can we go up there now? Yes!
There's someone out there.
Fucking stay in there, run! Oh, sorry, pardon my language. Oh, the last of Northville, day 2. The Karswells, Catherine and Robert, were an odd couple. There was something strange about them. Why did Catherine tell me to avoid the train tracks? I found a church. Northville Church, hidden away in the Corian Woods. It's a foreboding place, steeped in ancient history, death and legends of the country, of the county. A perfect place to practice my ghost hunting skills. A nighttime return may also be revealing. What destroyed the village of Northfield? What connections did the Agers have to Northfield and Saxton? Gain someone's trust. To enable a nighttime return to ghost hunt. Observe supernatural activity with a night vision camera. Try to record a couple of EVPs. Are there any hidden messages? Photograph paranormal activity. There must be something.
The graveyard is well kept for somewhere so isolated.
What? No, wait, hold on a second. I'm trying to... What the hell is that? It looks like a ripped photograph.
Large black crows are watching me.
It was like it was mirrored. Like, what is...
The door is rusted shut. Is that a crown? Yes, definitely a crown. A rusty metal letter. Thomas Ager.
Gurney has seen and heard enough. He invites his own demise. Stitch these gasping lips and gouge those gasping lips and gouge those prying eyes. I'll take the burrowing hands of his and bury them deep under tombs of stone. Gurney has seen and heard enough. I spoke with my brothers by candlelight. A pact was sealed that endless night. No one, not a soul, must disturb the crown. All would fall, all would drown. From leafy hedge to the stony town, no thieving fool or greedy filth must ever find the crown.
Did Thomas Ager kill a man? Did he know the location of the crown? Did Thomas...
Cool.
A pile of rubble, masonry, and broken gravestones, covered in weeds and flowers. Nature is taking back what was borrowed. No one has been through there for decades. The church window contains stained glass, illustrating Bible stories. The church window contains... large black crows. No one has been through there for decades. A rusty metal letter. Decorative gravestone.
Huh. Tom Henry Oliver? In memory of Tom Henry Oliver on the 24th of August. I'll find the rest of them, okay.
A rusty metal letter. A rusty metal letter.
May you have walls for the wind, a roof for the rain, and drinks beside the fire, laughter to cheer you and those who you love near you, and all that your heart may desire. Thursday, 4th of May. Memorial service for Evelyn Ackland to be held in Northfield Parish Church at 3 p.m. sharp. Note to parishioners and flower arrangers. Please no plastic flowers. Mr. Russet almost lost consciousness after throwing the last ones on the church bonfire. Please let us not kill the church wardens. Northfield Church, a nimble story. Foundations built upon an Anglo-Saxon settlement and chapel. Tower built upon existing foundations by Ugulf Flother III in 1320. The nave was extended from an original building in 1390. The interior features Elizabethan carved slate from around 1590. Many stained glass windows in good and reasonable condition. Good to reasonable condition. A Gothic carved wood rod screen separates the south aisle from the chapel. The tomb of Nicholas Gurney, carved from Evelyn stone in a romantic style around 1780. Northfield Parish Church. The church is open all day every day to promote a quiet contemplation and an opportunity for prayer. Please note the building is not a playground and graffiti artists will be prosecuted. You have been warned. Please treat the building with respect. A religious site as it has existed here for more than 2,000 years. For details of services, please contact the vicar, who can be found in the varsity daytimes only, or if you wish to locate a burial, find a grave, learn graveyard crafts, or get your hands dirty, please speak to Mr. Russet, who can always be found pottering around the graveyard. Seek him out.
The Black Death comes to East Anglia. Ugh, morbid.
Traveling across Europe like an invisible wall of death, the bubonic plague arrived in East Anglia in 1348. Within 1 year, 2/3 of the population were dead. Thriving, healthy communities were destroyed, leaving timber buildings to rot away and disappear forever, victims of the silent killer. The plague was nicknamed the Black Death due to the blackening of the blood under the victim's skin and was often accompanied by inflammatory boils and weeping pustules. It was a vile disease causing a very unpleasant death. Plague pits were dug outside towns and villages to dispose of thousands of rotting corpses. Many of these sites are currently hidden on modern maps and could exist anywhere beneath our feet. Because that's the thought that you want.
I should make sure no one can disrupt the experiment. Paranormal investigations can be ruined by tampering or false results.
Foundation built upon an Anglo-Saxon settlement and chapel.
Large black crow. Large black crows. The church window contains stained glass, illustrating Bible stories.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Blasted crowman. He should know better.
A hedge sparrow, quite tame. Excuse me, may I disturb you?
No worries, lad. You don't disturb me.
Strange job you have, grave digging.
Preparing the bed is what I prefer to call it.
I'm visiting the church. I've travelled from Saxton.
Well, ain't that something? Run along, lad. Do your visiting.
Why do the crows not come into this area of the churchyard?
Them old crows know better than to dwell near open graves.
Can you spare me a few moments? I have some questions.
I'm rather busy, lad. If I can get my work done, I'll have some time for you.
Perhaps I can help.
That you probably can.
Just say the word, and I'll be straight on it.
Oh, lad, you are eager. Perhaps you'll be the lucky one.
The lucky one?
Oh, don't mind me. Just speaking out loud. I'm only used to the birds, you see. Damn birds. Black as ink they are. They've taken poor Tom again, taken him, and scattered him all over.
What do you mean?
Taken his name, and scattered him all over. If you put poor Tom together again, I reckon I might have a few moments to, converse.
Okay, I'll see what I can do.
Well, I never. I didn't expect to see that.
I see the H and the N. Okay, cool.
The graveyard is well kept for somewhere so isolated. The graveyard is well kept for somewhere so isolated. The grave...
William Ager.
3 crowns. A link to the legend. William Ager. Ager. A name to look out for.
He was only 31.
Three crowns. A link to the legend. Large black crows. No one has been through there for ages. Large black crows are watching me.
Ah. Already picked up that shit. Oh.
Large black crows.
I don't know what to do. Like, that's not what I want to do. Which ones do I need?
A rusty metal letter.
Damn right it is.
Large black crows. The graveyard is well kept for somewhere so isolated. The graveyard is well kept for somewhere so isolated. graveyard is well kept for somewhere so isolated.
There it is.
A rusty
you fucker.
metal letter.
See, like, how the hell are you supposed to find that whenever, like, this whole fucking thing's a magnifying glass? Just needed a fucking picture for which fucking thing it was on. So annoying.
Tom Oliver. So now I know. The gravestone is complete. Excuse me. May I disturb you?
No worries, lad. You don't disturb me.
I finished putting poor old Tom back together.
That you have, lad. He's looking on you kindly now. I've got more time for your questions, if you have something to ask.
Why are there so many crows in the churchyard?
They say there's a crow for every soul in this yard. They do. Watch how they be looking at you. The bad side of a crow's gaze has been known to strike a man down where he stands.
Does the name Ager mean anything to you?
Agers, is it? I should have known. What you be wanting with them?
Did you know any of the Ager family?
Yes, I knew William Ager. Not personally, but I knew of him. He wasn't, how shall I say this? Quite right in the head. A bit simple, if you know what I mean. Oh, this was back in the 1940s. Ager didn't go to fight. He was sickly. Bad breathing, bad heart, bad everything. They say the family spread their seed too thinly. Deformities and so forth.
Was there a connection between the Agers and the legend of the Anglo-Saxon crown?
There's talk that those Agers knew the location of that last crown, and I'm guessing they weren't the only ones. People don't go looking for things that don't need finding. The people of the Fens are superstitious folk, you know. They believe in the old ways, the ways of the land. It's best not to disturb them who sleep.
What connections do the Agers have with the church?
Oh, that's a good one. Thomas Ager was a rector of this parish 200 years past. Odd fellow he was. Greedy and deceitful. We ain't allowed to talk about him to the vicar. He won't hear a bad word against him. But I can tell you there was darkness in his heart. Old Nick knew it. Some say it cost him his life. Poor old Nick.
Where can I find out more about the Ager family?
William Ager. He died in the 40s. Terrible for him it was. He died of tuberculosis. Water on the lungs. I heard he was near hysterical, terrified that there'd be no one left to carry the family name. You see, some folks say the Agers were guarding a great secret, entrusted to the family for centuries. I'd start with the museum folks in Saxton, or old Nanny Noah. She knows a thing or two.
Can I ask about something else?
Go ahead, lad.
The church is very isolated. Why is that?
A great plague. The Black Death. 12th century it was. A terrible time, lad. Truly terrible. Dead littered the streets and lanes of Northfield. Cattle and livestock roamed the country, unattended. Brother deserted brother. Mother deserted her young. 1/3 of the people died, all across Europe. Timber buildings soon rot away, and there ain't nothing to show for Northfield. It's a ghost of its former self.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Aye, that I do. The friends we have in life are still with us.
Can I ask about something else?
Go ahead, lad.
I'll get on with my visit.
Be seeing you, laddie. Be seeing you.
So creepy. But he's like dressed. What?
It ain't right, and he knows that. Well, I never. I didn't expect to see that.
It's like this place is like trapped in a time warp. Oh no. Yeah, I can get back into here. Okay.
That's not right. Perfect. This will capture any visitors or paranormal phenomena. Nothing. The choir stalls are empty. That's not right. There's definitely something. I should listen to the recording.
No! Stop!
The choir stalls are empty. Good afternoon, Vicar. May I speak with you?
Oh, very well, if you must. But time and tide wait for no man, and I've lost something terribly important. I really must find it.
Maybe I could help you find it.
Oh, bless you, dear little man.
Can you tell me what we are looking for?
If I could, I would. I simply can't remember. I just know that I need it, and it's terribly important.
Well, where did you leave it?
It's around here somewhere. Oh, then again, let me think. Where would I have put something so important? My memory is not what it was.
When did you lose it?
Ah, I believe I lost it between Wednesday and Friday.
Bye for now.
Feel free to wander God's house.
Something about those eyes. Pure hatred. The tapestry features 3 crowns. A link. A definite link to the legend. I must be getting close. It's a coat of arms. These panels should have some sort of decoration or carving. They have been worn smooth. These panels should have some... The statue's hands appear to be missing. That's not right. What on earth is that? This could be orb activity. The shelf is peppered with dead flies. Some still twitch with the last remnants of life.
What time is it?
That's not right.
Thomas Ager.
There's definitely something. I should listen to the recording. What is that?
He's fucking flipping his wig.
The camera has captured something. The choir store. That's not right. That's not right. That's not right. A recording from the church pew.
What?
A recording from the church sanctuary.
What? So it sounds like that last one, because I think the first one is just like the sounds of the guy just belting someone. That last one though that I listened to, it sounds like the guy saying, "He took my hands, Agar." God, that's freaking weird. Like, that's freaking weird as shit. Okay, take a picture here. Will you let me do it? Will you let me do it? I don't think you will, but we're gonna
That's
try.
not right.
Okay. Cool story.
Thursday. The vicar lost Thursday.
Okay. Dude's crazy.
Good afternoon, Vicar. May I speak with you?
Oh, very well, if you must. But time and tide wait for no man.
I found this on the notice board. It appears to be a service plan for next Thursday.
Oh, dearie me, yes, I lost Thursday. I'm always losing Thursday. Bless you, young man. My week is complete. Oh, goodness, I'm late delivering Thursday to the flower arrangers. The WI women create the most lovely arrangements. A true symphony of petal, bud, and leaf. Take Thursday and give it to Nanny Noah. She'll know what to do.
Yes, I'm sure I can do that. I was planning to return to Saxton once my business here is finished.
Business? Oh, how very odd. What business?
Does the name Agar mean anything to you?
Agar? Ager, Yes, that name does ring a bell. Let me see.
I believe the Agers lived nearby.
It's a very old name in these parts, so I wouldn't doubt it. There's a William Ager buried in the churchyard, along with his ancestors.
Did the Agers have strong connections with Northville Church?
Oh, good heavens, yes. Thomas Ager, who died in 1799, was a rector of this very church. I must say that I am thrilled you find our history so interesting.
Thomas Ager was a vicar?
No, dear boy. He was a rector. There's a difference.
Did he worship here, at the church?
Oh, yes. He was a most devout servant. His name is listed on the rood screen by the chancel. You'll find it if you look.
What happened to Thomas Ager?
It's interesting that you should ask, as there's a whiff of mystery surrounding his later years. He came into a large sum of money, most of which he ploughed straight back into the church. When money is given to such a worthwhile cause, people tend to accept, no questions asked.
Did Thomas Ager have a large family?
The Agers were a very large family in Thomas's time. Slowly the family number decreased and finally vanished some years ago. William was the last, poor wretched soul. He drove himself to an early grave, you know. He was in a terrible state. The family line was drawing to a close, and he feared there would be nobody to carry the family name. I always sensed that he carried with him a terrible burden, a secret of some description. Perhaps it was a family secret, passed down from one generation to the next. I dare say old Thomas Ager would have shared the burden in his time. But that is all in the past, and we must always look to the future.
Can I ask some other questions? Can I ask you about the church?
Of course you may. Go ahead.
Who is that in the painting?
Ah, that's my great. Ugh, he's an ancestor, a very old one. He was vicar of this parish for 50 years, back in the 18th century. He knew a thing or two about keeping the heathen masses subdued. I can only wish I shared his talent in that department. I must say, it is wonderful to meet someone of your generation who is interested in our history. What makes you so different?
It comes naturally. I've always been interested in history.
Motivation is always a good thing, no matter what the cause. The devil makes work for idle hands, you know.
How long have you been vicar of this church?
A very short time. I moved back to this area 30 years ago. I'm still new to the parish.
30 years? I'm 30 years old. Why do people still see you as an outsider?
There are families around Northfield with ancestry dating back to the Doomsday Book. I am a very new arrival, you see.
That sound, man. It's something else. It's like you get close to like some like questions or whatever that like they don't want you to know, and it's like boom boom.
Who is the statue of the sleeping man?
I have no idea. There are those who know these things, find them interesting, but I am not one of them. That statue takes up valuable church space and is a distraction to the congregation. It is a trial to keep their attention at the best of times.
It gives off a strange atmosphere, almost as if that corner of the church was special in some way.
Special? I have not noticed anything special.
Do you play the violin?
No, not for an awfully long time. There just are not enough hours in the day. The Lord, in all his generosity, provides ample time for contemplation, but my violin will have to wait.
I bet this old church has secrets.
Oh dear, you young people are so adventurous these days. Always looking for darkness in forgotten corners, mystery in your own shadow. But I dare say this building has seen some horrors, mystery, and intrigue. They say the building is built upon an Anglo-Saxon sanctuary of reflection, whatever that be. If you are interested in such things, which you obviously are, you should speak with old Russet. You can find him in the churchyard.
Can I ask some other questions? Can I ask about the churchyard?
I'll help you if I can.
Do you mind the crows? They seem to own the church.
All things bright and beautiful, all creatures great and small. I cannot dislike the crows, dear boy. They are all God's creatures. Do the crows frighten you?
I could tell that you love all God's creatures, great and small, because you busted into song for a second, like, what?
No, they don't frighten me. Why do you ask?
The old faith in these parts believed that the crows were spies and messengers of the Dark Lords and Earth Gods. Silly, superstitious nonsense. Although I must admit that they do seem to watch our progress through life with envious eyes.
The churchyard is kept very well for such an isolated spot.
Oh yes, Mr. Russet keeps the place looking spick and span, and he's not hiding from the crows. He hates the feathered fiends. They terrify him, in fact.
Why is the church so isolated?
The Black Death, my boy, the Black Death. There was once a thriving community based around the church tower. When the disease struck the village, it came with no warning. Whole generations were lost overnight. Terrible, terrible tragedy. No evidence of the old village remain, as many of the buildings are now hidden by the encroaching woodland beyond the church wall.
Can I ask some other questions? I'll have a look around, if you don't mind.
Feel free to wander God's house.
I didn't mean to do that.
I should complete the investigation and make sure I have all the information I need. Excuse me, may I disturb?
No worries, lad. You don't disturb me. I've got more time for your questions, if you have something to ask.
Do you believe in ghosts?
Aye, that I do.
Are there any ghosts here at Northfield?
Aye, I'd say so. Old Nick walks his churchyard after dark. He's looking for something, that's for sure. You've probably met old Nick. He's in the church, laid out on his back, poor devil. I be reckoning he's the one you want to see. A word of warning, though. Be careful how you're looking on him.
What do you think ghosts are?
Well, I never. What a question. I can't say I know. Spirits, maybe? Those who need to move on. There's something they have to know. Or something they want to tell us. Maybe they've got unfinished business with the living. Either way, I don't bother them and they don't bother me.
Can I come back here tonight to ghost hunt?
Hunting ghosts, is it? Those who go looking for the dead are asking for trouble. You watch what you're doing. The dead folk of Northfield won't take kindly to any disrespect. But if you're determined, I'm thinking I might leave the doors open tonight and light you a few candles.
Can I ask about something else?
Go ahead, lad.
I'll get on with my visit.
Be seeing you, laddie. Be seeing you.
This whole game's got me messed up. Alright. So we will go and drop the pamphlet off to Nanny Noah. And then I'm going to go ahead and there, I guess.
I think I've collected enough information from here. Time to return to town.
Wow, you're gonna skip everything for me? That'd be awesome if you did, sir. That'd be the coolest thing ever. Alright. Yeah, I'll end it here. But I'll read this out first. Day 2. Research is the key. My visit to Northfield Church answered many questions but posed many more. There's a link between the Agar family and the Crown. What were they hiding? What was their secret? The museum is bound to provide some clues. It's time for some research, then pop in for tea at Nanny Noah's. It's turning into quite an afternoon. So I gotta discover the identity of those who may haunt Saxton and beyond. Who was Thomas Agar referring to in his journal? Did he harm him in some way? Learn more about Northfield, the Agars, and other old families. Who is depicted in the statue in Northfield Church? Oh, we just heard that that's Old Nick. We don't know exactly who Old Nick is, but we will find out apparently. Who owned Harbor Cottage before the Mankles? I gotta pop by for Nanny Noah's. By Nanny Noah's for some tea. I need to give her the funeral plans for Thursday. Okay, so the 2 questions before that one were questions we had already had previously. So, alright. I'm gonna stop it here. So, but yeah, again, hope you guys enjoyed this. I did have to pause for a second because I couldn't find the N letter because the whole graveyard at that point with just one big magnifying glass. So I'm clicking on it and now I'm trying to find it. I couldn't, so I had to look up a picture to see what exactly, what this tombstone or whatever, which direction I needed to be facing and what I had to click on exactly to get to what I needed. I don't like to do it. I don't typically do it unless I legitimately don't have any idea where to go. So, look at that guy at the... Hold on a second. I want to have to play back through some videos or whatever else like that, because that guy, I don't think that guy was there before. I don't even know right now. Yeah. Okay, dude. You and your freaking sickle. Ah. But yeah, no, we've found a lot this one around. Churches and graveyards in general are scary at night. I'm interested, but not looking forward to the next part. So, but yeah, no, hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll go ahead and stop talking now. And I will post a video again here within the next few days. I haven't been feeling well, so that's part of the reason why I haven't posted anything. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!